What would you do in this situation? You have a feeling that you should check the search history on your children's devices that they have. And when you're looking through the search history on your 7-year old's device, you see a lot of sexually explicit content. You didn't even know that your 7-year old knew how to navigate some of these things. You're not sure exactly how to handle it. At first, you kind of freak out and you react harshly and you give some pretty severe punishments without really spending time to talk to your child and figure out what actually happened. After you take a minute to calm down, you realize that you probably didn't handle that very well. And you decide to go apologize to your child and ask if you can start again. You try to be more calm and try to ask more questions. And throughout this conversation, your child opens up to you, and you find out that when they had gone to a cousin sleepover um, the month before, some of their older cousins showed them a lot of these videos. And they came home, knew the words to search for, and had a really hard time avoiding that content from then on. It became a problem for them. They were really curious about it. It brought up some really strong emotions, and they kind of would just were being sneaky and just really tempted to look at it all the time. At first, you weren't quite sure how to handle that or how to help them navigate that. You decided to get some clarity, talk to some friends who had been open in the past about how they had handled things, and you got some good guidance on what to do to help your child. So you decided to talk with them again and create a plan for moving forward. You go over the Good Pictures, Bad Pictures book. You discuss why pornography can be so dangerous and how it isn't really accurate in portraying what sexuality or healthy sexuality looks like between two people who love each other. And you make sure you spend time teaching your child about what sex is for in God's plan, and that these videos are showing a very false representation of that. And a lot of them have been violent and shown things that are scary toward the people that are involved in the things that they've been viewing. So you help them make a plan about some rules that they probably can't use YouTube anymore on their tablet anymore. They need to do some different things with their time, make some different choices with what they're choosing to view and how they're spending their time on their device. And that you're going to set some pretty strict rules for them, some limits on how that can be used and when and where to help them establish better habits. You also set up a little tracking system for them. So, meaning every day that they do well and they avoid the temptation, they can get like a thumbs up on their device or a sticker or on a calendar that says, hey, we did it. We stuck to our goals this week. And as those days add up of them not being tempted by sneaking or hiding or looking at things they know they shouldn't, you're helping them to see that over time they will be able to overcome this strong pull toward looking at things that they know that they shouldn't be. And you continue to educate them over time, continue to teach them about maturation, puberty, sexuality, pregnancy, all the things that come with learning and understanding about healthy sexuality. And you give them the tools they need so that they know what is true and what is false and what is healthy and what is harmful. That way, when they're in scenarios where they just don't have a good feeling about it, they have an idea of what they can do next, and they know that they can reach out to you and you will be there to support them and give them the advice and comfort and guidance that they need to make better choices. You also spend time teaching them that self mastery and sexual self mastery are a process, that it takes time for us to figure out who we are, to grow from being a child to an adult, and that having questions and messing up sometimes is part of the process. but that they can try and try and try again, and they will eventually figure it out. And even though these videos have had a really strong pull on them for a while now, that eventually that will lessen over time as they learn sexual self-mastery, and that they will learn how to have self-control over themselves, over all their appetites, all their physical appetites. And they'll learn the right times when it's appropriate for that to be used, and the times that they need to avoid that in pursuit of something better with their time. If you could use some support in knowing how to navigate teaching your children about healthy sexuality, you can find a link to my book in the description box below. You can also find a link to my free resources page. And if you could use some personalized support, you can schedule a guidance session with me. We'll see you next time.